Alright, so I have my flashlight, um, my 6,000 lumen flashlight lighting, so it's better light. This video is a little different than the other videos I've made before. It has to do with quantum computing. I don't know a whole lot about quantum computing. Yeah, I look a little better. Oh look, I have, you can't see that, can you? Blue veins. I must be royal. No, that's funny. Yeah, I need new teeth. No, it's not that I need new teeth, it's just, I need braces, is what I need. So this video is about quantum computing, and has Vortigern returned? Has he? I don't know. The reason I say that is I recently saw, not recently, I've seen it before. I might have seen it before when it first came out. Maybe I don't remember it, but there's a video called King Arthur and Legend of the Sword, which either means an actual sword, or if you follow the context, it could be the King, or the Bible, the King James Version only, versus the Catholic Church, which is their own interpretation of the Bible. I don't know. I'm not really going to go into that part of it. It could be an actual sword. It could be a magnetic sword that connects your whole body to a sword, and then through sonic wave, magnetic, ancient geometry, killed a whole bunch of people. Or, you know what I mean? Anything's possible with quantum computing. And if you're not aware, your imagination is considered quantum in an effect, in a way. But that's really not what I'm here to talk about. So there was an experience in 2020 when it didn't really have anything to do with me, what I did, other than I realized that there's a lot of dust in. I haven't seen that before. There's a lot of dust in here now. Now that's illuminating it. But essentially, there's a lot of evil in the world that I wasn't aware of before, because it was very hopeless in a way. I kind of like my dad. Not like my dad, but I'm just saying, like, when you don't, it's definitely an end time deception for Christians. And there is no sure way of following the way. What I mean by that is everyone's poisoned, everyone's trying to be controlled, networked together, cryptocurrency linked together in some way. You have people playing the suicide game, targeting people, etc. There's a lot of crap out there. They want depopulation. They have people who want to control other people, and that's the promise in witchcraft. That's the promise that they have in the occult. You can do research. I wouldn't practice the occult. It's dangerous, addicting, and stupid. But that's just my opinion. Apart from that, there's a lot of evil in the world. One thing I will say is that, it's an opinion. Look at the Catholic Church. They practice the occult every, I'm not going to get into that, but they practice the occult all the time. One thing I will say is, back to the quantum computing, it wasn't that DVD I was watching, but it reminded me of something I've seen on a DVD, particularly a James Bond film. In the beginning sequence, you have the MGM logo, and then you have Rocky, and then you have this weird design thing, right? But it was weird because the DVD was caught, and I don't know if this has ever happened to anyone else before, but my DVD player was caught in this weird loop where it made this weird humming sound, like really loud, really high vibration. And then I saw this weird fragmented picture of Rocky. It was with his hands up, but it was inverted to the side, and it almost looked like I want to say demonic figure. I don't want to say demonic. It looked pretty creepy. But it reminded me of quantum computing and how these supposed angels and demons are in feedback loops. Hell, like an infinite feedback loop, which is like hell. How do I say? Like a DVD, it has a beginning and then it has an end. It has a beginning and it has an end. But it's never ending. It's like a DVD. You can watch it over and over and over and over and over, and it's never going to change, right? And that's just a representation of hell, right? But I saw that figure, and I saw something very similar on that Guy Ritchie film, King Arthur and the Legend of the Sword. And so I thought, holy crap, that looks exactly like that creature that Rocky, and it's like a pose, he's an actor, Sylvester Stallone. He's a really good actor, one of my favorites, but he was, obviously doing his part, doing whatever. And I know what posing is, but I'm not going to get into that. But he was doing this pose, yeah, Rocky, But then I noticed that the encoded version of that, I guess, you see this creature-like demon that's very similar to Vortigern in that film. Looks very similar. I don't know what exactly it was supposed to be. It reminded me of like Apollyon, Abaddon, Revelation 9/11. I don't know why. And I don't know if anyone else has had that happen to the James Bond MGM film. I don't know. I really don't know what to make of it. But it was strange. I've never noticed the DVD could get caught in like a weird alternate mode where it would stop particularly on that picture. It kind of reminded me of maybe Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is like Pocket Monster. Maybe they're trying to release demons out of the earth or whatever. I remember specifically when I lived in Kennewick, I would sometimes look at my shades. Actually, I had a blanket up on covering my window because I didn't have blinds. But I swear there's like these weird, creepy, demon-like creatures. And I'm like, oh, maybe it's just like the way the shadows are or whatever. But it was like everywhere. It was around my my blankets, my ceiling, because I had popcorn insulation. I was like, it's so creepy. But, and then I don't know, it just reminded me of that, whatever that is. It's like the Oculus effect. But, realistically, I have a feeling that I might have been born of something that I wasn't really aware of. I'm not going to go into that. But, because I look exactly like my grandmother. I have a picture of her not exactly, but I look very similar, the features and everything. And so, I don't know, it's weird. But anyways, past that, seeing that creature in that movie, and then they called it Vortigern. Obviously, Vortigern is dead. He was the guy who preluded King Arthur. I guess King Arthur was based off of him. But it was crazy though, looking at that. I don't know. I do have a tic, like a neurological tic. I've heard rumors that I have the XYY or XXY, the one that makes you angry, more predisposed to crime. Like, I'm not a violent person. I do get angry. I do hold it in though, and then I do exercise or binge eat. um, like in Alien 3, that island with all the weird people. I don't know if I do have that. I don't know if that was Google or DARPA being dumb, but apart from that, I did see a creature that did look like that. I mean, whatever that was in on the DVD. And of course, the DVD was stuck, and I had to actually unplug the DVD and then plug it back in. I couldn't get it to power off with the remote. I couldn't get it to do any of that. So I'm assuming that it was the that it was the quantum computing, CERN, maybe IBM, Watson, whatever it was. I don't know. I'm not worried. I was just curious to see. I'm just wondering what the heck that was. And I remember. I'll put it in the second part of this video.